thing in general. What we're going through
Okay,
as a
so
nation.
what are we
That's
going?
all.
What are we going through a nation that's so detrimental right now?
Man, I think price is out of control. Period. I think
The
this
CBI
country.
report would say otherwise.
Okay, CBI report would say that we spending a lot of money. You know,
The
money
C
still
this
circulating.
What is the CPI report?
I have no clue, but I'm assuming
Then
it's about money,
how
right?
do you know it's going to say that we're spending more? You
Okay,
don't
but
even
my
know.
point
So
is,
hold on. Stop
What's up,
talking.
YouTube? So this is Enzo in the background that's playing right now. We're gonna debate him here in a minute. Um, I've debated him before a couple of months ago on Eugene Carroll, and now I want to debate him on sexual exploitation. He's gonna run. He's gonna block me. He's gonna kick me. It's all gonna be live streamed live right here on TikTok. Um, and yeah, let's see what happens. I'm up next. I'm assuming I'm only the guest requesting, and there's 3 other people on the panel. So let's see if he lets me up. I'm gonna strictly debate him on the sexual exploitation. That's why I don't support Trump. The question is, why don't you support Trump? And the answer is because of his sexual exploitation on women during a span of multiple years, according to the Howard Stern show. So if you're over on YouTube, say what is up. Say what's up if you're over on YouTube. Say what's up, y'all. Say what's up. Say what's up. This is going to be an interesting debate. It's going to be an interesting debate for sure. Yeah, we are going to be debating him. Let's see what happens.
And use public transit.
right.
We're going to be debating Enzo here soon. Okay,
Smart thing to do.
he's a very
Okay.
interesting person. We're going to be debating him strictly on sexual exploitation. Let's see if we can actually debate that. There's 3 other people on the panel.
Let the next them go up. I was just saying, bro. Me and you go be going at it. I'm not trying to come at you like that.
So let's see what happens. I think we're up next. We're the only person in the guest box.
I would rather you come from a perspective that you actually have.
So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. This is all being stream recorded.
I'm talking about things.
Guarantee you he's going to kick me.
That is called anecdotal. That is called anecdotal, right? So that is your lived experience. That does not speak for 330 million.
Right. That's irrelevant for my experience. Right.
Thank you. We're about to debate him. I think this guest's about to leave. We're going to be up next. We're going to debate him strictly on the sexual exploitation of women.
Even though we didn't really get deep into that, but you're right. You're right.
You think we're going to be next? Let's see. Let's see, chat.
Maybe I should go on another week vacation.
Maybe you should let me
Just
up.
keep in touch. See, I don't care.
I'm the only one in the guest box. Let me up, Enzo. Come on.
Just keep in touch.
I've debated you before on Eugene Carroll. I absolutely cooked you. Come on, let me up, bud.
Snap me. I'll send you my phone number as long as you send me text messages so we can still talk and chill, dude.
I think I need it.
This shit don't matter, man. If you don't...
I know you sleep at night.
What's up?
I've seen his bedroom.
Yeah, how's it going, Enzo?
What's up? Who'd you vote for?
Harris.
All right, so why don't you support Trump?
Yeah, because he sexually exploited women.
He sexually exploited women, really?
Yes.
When and where?
Miss Teen USA, Miss USA, during a span of multiple different years. Late 1990s, early 2000s.
Let's hear what the victim said about that.
Can I ask a question? Are you just a headline reader, or do you do research?
No, yeah, I do research. Yeah.
Because
really,
a lot of
women.
Can you name the women, the victims, like Enzo said, as you call them?
Yeah, Maria Bogano is one of them.
Cool. So what pageant was she a part of?
She was part of Miss Teen USA.
1997, right?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So let's hear what Victoria Hughes from Teen USA 1997 said.
Perfect.
Victoria Hughes was just 19 years old when she first met Donald Trump. She says she was backstage in the dressing room when Trump came in to say hi.
I was in the very back of a very, very large dressing room.
Victoria Hughes was Miss New Mexico in the 1997 Miss Teen USA pageant. Hughes
1997, right?
Sure.
All right, cool. So let's hear what she
remembers
says.
getting dressed backstage just before the show when all of a sudden,
We have a visitor. They didn't tell us who it was and that we needed to make sure that we were dressed and that we were decent.
little did she know
Oh.
that visitor was Donald.
That they needed to be dressed and decent.
Didn't she say they didn't tell us that we needed to be dressed and
Oh
decent?
no! Why don't we hear?
no,
Why
no,
don't,
you're-
hold on, why don't
you're-
we hear what she said again?
We have
Yeah,
a
let's
visitor.
replay that.
They didn't tell us who it was and that we needed to make sure that we were dressed and that we were decent.
Little did she
Yeah. So they she
Needed.
said
we needed to
so-
be dressed
Needed.
and that we were decent.
she said they didn't tell us who it was and
Yeah.
that we needed to be dressed and decent.
So that's
The
not
they
point
weren't
is
made
sexual
aware
they
that
were
Donald
still
Trump was
dressed
coming
and
back.
decent.
That's not sexual.
Also, just to be
exploitation.
clear, also just to be clear, it's going to be in accordance with the clip that you just played. You can agree that it is a dressing room because if you're believing this testimony, she did say
You're
dressing
overlooking
rooms.
something.
So this
Oh,
is
you're-
also
Who
hold on,
cares?
hold
You're
on.
a
This
Dean
is
and
also
Parker,
in
bro,
accordance
aren't
with
you?
Donald Trump admission.
Stop.
This is
Let him go.
can I talk? This is also in accordance with Donald Trump's admission of guilt. So not only did she
It's not
describe a
admission of
dressing
guilt,
room,
no.
he did on Howard Stern show. He did
So
admit to it.
again,
Yes.
when we're talking about, so how about this, right? So I just want to do this real quick. So you believe Donald Trump when he was on Howard Stern, right?
Yes.
All
Because
right,
of
cool.
the evidence.
So what about you believing him when he says other things? When he said he won in 2020, you don't believe him then, right?
I no, because there's no evidence for that,
All
but
right,
there
cool.
is evidence for this.
And
Yeah.
there's no evidence that any of them were naked in here, like he said on Howard Stern.
Yes, there is. Yes.
No, there's not, because
No, there
he said
Victoria
that he
Hughes-
said that they had no
Here,
clothes on.
How about this? Again, why don't we listen to the woman who was there? Listen
Sure, go for
very
it.
closely.
Replay it. Let's
to what
replay it.
she
Yeah, let's
says.
replay it.
Yeah, listen
for it.
very closely to what she says.
Hughes remembers
for it.
getting dressed backstage just before the show when all of a sudden,
We have a visitor. They didn't tell us who it was and that we needed to make sure that we were dressed and that we were decent.
Now, Donald
Good.
Trump.
Can we continue playing?
Hold
it,
on. Donald Trump on
Interesting.
Howard Stern said that they were naked, right?
please? Yes. And
So
no
that
clothes on implies that they're
contradicts.
naked.
Hold on, that contradicts what Victoria Hughes says.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does, because didn't
She said
Victoria
that they
Hughes...
didn't tell him to get dressed. That's what she said.
Really? Okay, so why don't we hear? Why
What?
don't we hear it again?
Hughes
Anything else to replay?
remembers getting dressed backstage just before the show when all of a sudden,
We have a visitor.
Listen.
They didn't tell us who it was and that we needed to make sure that we were dressed and that we were
We
decent.
needed to make sure that we were
Hold on.
dressed.
Okay, so
do
here's the
this.
thing.
We
Let me
needed
do-
to
hold
make
on,
sure
hold on.
that
Let me-
we were
let me do this.
dressed.
Let me do this. Let's
So here's the thing.
slow
It is a
let's-
list. She
so
said they
let's-
didn't tell us. She said they didn't tell us A, who it was, B, that we needed to be dressed, and and C, the third point that she made. It is a list of things that they didn't tell them.
No,
okay, if they
that's-
didn't tell
hold
them
on,
to
hold
be
on, hold on.
dressed,
So hold
that
on.
implies
Hey,
that they were
hey,
naked, which is in
no,
accordance with
that's
what
You're
Donald Trump said.
Dean and Parker, bro, aren't you?
Dude, stop. No, there was no list, right? So she
She-
said,
she said a list.
that
Yes,
they
she did.
have a visitor, that they
Yes.
need to be dressed. And
No, she didn't. She said they didn't tell us. She said they
Alright,
didn't tell
so
us. Did you?
here,
Can you acknowledge
I'm
that?
gonna
Acknowledge
replay
that.
it. I slowed it down. For you.
Listen, dude.
Can
Hughes
you acknowledge that she-
remembers
hold on.
getting
Just shut
dressed
up.
backstage just before the show when all of a sudden,
We have a visitor. They didn't tell us who it
They
was.
didn't
and that
tell us
we
who.
need-
Shut up and listen.
So again, that's irrelevant to the
Also,
point.
this happened more than once. Can you play the full video, please?
So again, that is irrelevant.
And that's not irrelevant because if she's saying
I'm
they
still-
didn't
I
tell
was
us,
still
that means that they're
speaking.
naked.
I was still
Go for it.
speaking.
Sorry, yeah.
they
You're right,
didn't
that's my
tell
bad.
us
Go for it.
who. Why are you
So-
overlooking
And
stuff?
again, that's not sexual exploitation at
Yes,
all.
it is.
So, no,
What
it's
is
not.
sexual exploitation, if you don't
So
mind me
that's
asking?
not
What is it?
sexual exploitation.
What is
But
sexual
again,
exploitation?
I want to get past the point of where you listen to what she says and how
She
she
said
says
they didn't
it.
tell us.
They didn't tell us who it was.
Or that we needed to get dressed. And
Okay,
it's a
so
list, okay?
just-
It's like
not-
me saying I'm gonna get food and drinks and then I'm gonna go home, right? That's a list of things that happen, right? So if she says they didn't tell us who it is and that we needed to be dressed and that we needed to be decent, that is a list of things they didn't tell them to do.
That
This
we
is like
needed to
common
be
sense.
dressed.
No,
A
that-
third
she
grader
just
would
said
know
it.
this.
No,
Oh my
again,
God, dude,
again,
you're not
literally-
listening.
Come
hold
on,
hold stop,
man.
just stop.
Enzo, you're smarter
Stop.
than this.
No,
You're
no. Listen, you're trying to pick apart what she said. She said it
Yes,
verbatim.
because that's what we do in a debate.
No, that's not what we do in a debate. You,
Yes,
you
we pick
list-
apart in things that are said. Yes, that's what we do, man.
No, that's not what you do in a debate. No. Obviously, you didn't go to debate 101 in high school. No. So, this is how a debate goes,
I don't
right?
think you went to high school at all because you don't know what a list is.
I mean, I graduated with a 3.5 GPA. So
Then
I
how
mean,
do you
I'm
not
pretty
know what a
good.
list is?
So I know
you,
what a
you
list
can agree. You can agree that if I
Alright,
say
so,
I'm gonna
hey,
get
how about
food
this?
and
How
get
about
dressed
this?
and
How
then
about
get
this? How
food
about
and then
this?
drinks, that's a list, right?
Now I'm getting annoyed.
I'm being obtuse. Cool. He muted me, by the way.
Objectively obtuse. You literally have a person
Uh-huh.
say it verbatim.
Uh-huh.
What was said,
Yes.
how it was said, when it was said, in the context it was said. I don't know how much more clear we need to make it, right? So she said they have a visitor. They don't know who it is. That does not imply that she was not told that they didn't need to be dressed or
That's what
decent.
she said.
That's
She said they didn't tell us who it is, and that we needed to be dressed. And
Hey
so,
Enzo, can
come
I ask
on.
him a question really quick?
Is this dude fucking stupid or is he stupid? I
Hey,
can't
can
tell.
Do you
Can I
know the
ask him a
definition
question?
of like
I
a
wanna ask
list?
you a question.
I can't fucking tell if this guy is stupid or he's stupid.
Hey,
There's
I want to
literally-
ask him.
he's
I want
got
to ask him a
two-
question.
He's got 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd and 4th place left. This is
I
how dumb he
want to
is.
ask him something. I want to ask him something. Hey,
Ask him.
did you pass high school English by chance?
Did I pass high school English? Yeah. What's the relevance?
Okay, so then you would understand that "and" is a conjunction combining 2 different phrases together, not in the sense of a list. If it would be a list, there'd be no "and" in her statement.
Colloquially, it is understood.
X,
It
Y,
can be
and
used as a
Z,
list. Yes.
not a
colloquially, yes.
break or change in direction of the conversation.
Well, no, colloquially, it can be understood as a list.
Oh,
right?
so now we're debating colloquially.
Am I
because,
wrong? Like, if I
because you
say-
want to
wrong.
have
You're-
something so true in your mind that you're not comprehending English. Look, I understand that grammar is hard, but English comprehension isn't. So maybe stop trying to make something there that isn't and pipe down.
Sure. So can I ask you a question? If I say I'm gonna get food, and I'm gonna get drinks, and then I'm gonna go to the store, is that a list of things I'm gonna do? Yes or no?
So in
No,
context
because
of what was
not
said-
a
no,
list of what?
not in
What?
fucking grammar. No.
I'm sorry. You don't think that's a list of things
Because
I'm gonna go and do?
if you say
Chat,
that
are we
you're going to,
serious?
I'm going to go do this and this and this and this and this and this,
That is a list.
then
yes.
first of all, you need to go have your fucking head checked because you're repeating yourself,
Yeah.
and you
3
don't actually
things.
comprehend grammar.
Sure. Okay, but now you have to prove. Now you have to prove that it was actually like not a list that she was saying, in accordance with like how we use it and how I presented
Okay.
the argument. Which I have to say, you said what I said wasn't a list. That's
They-
actually
they
incoherent
didn't.
gibberish.
Hold on, let me interject real quick. So again, you're gonna have to prove that she was writing out a list, that she was saying a list, because obviously from what we hear, from what she said, it's not a list. It's not. She said verbatim, they have a visitor that they don't know who it is. That does not imply that they didn't need to be dressed and or decent. She says that we needed to be dressed and decent. She says
Yes.
that we needed to be dressed
didn't tell
and
us.
decent.
They didn't tell us that we
tell
needed
us
to be.
who it was.
Sure. Can I ask you a question?
Comma,
Can I do an
hold on,
analogy
hold on.
here?
This is how it went. That we don't know who it is, comma, that we needed to be dressed and decent.
Okay,
She
can I
says,
use an analogy
"And
here?
that we need to be
Yeah.
dressed and
No,
decent.
we don't. I'm not
It doesn't say
dealing. I'm not
and.
dealing with analogies, right? I'm listening to what
Mhm.
Victoria Hughes of Miss Teen USA 1997 said verbatim. That's what I said, which negates what Trump said. in
Let me
his
know.
Howard
Let me know if
Stern
Lenzo's absolutely getting cooked in the
2006.
comment
Because
section.
again, they were not naked like Trump said. We have the woman in the Teen USA that you guys love to claim 1997 with all these other ones, which were a part of the same fucking pageant as this woman.
Right. Okay, a couple points here. So, if any other context, it would be understood the same as I'm presenting it. Like saying, they didn't tell us that they were.
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
stop
hold
you
on.
while
Can I-
you're ahead.
can I-
I'm gonna stop you
I-
while
I
you're
just
ahead.
wanna- I just wanna make
I
one
don't
point.
care.
30
Your
seconds.
point's done. So
Okay.
in the
Sure.
context,
Is that a
being-
concession? Cool, that's a
No, it's
concession.
not a
Great.
con- it's
So my
not a
second
Second,
point
I'm
is that it was
muted.
concession.
I
My
make a
second
point and I'm
is gonna
muted,
be-
y'all. I'm muted.
So
But that's
in
great.
the context
That is
of
great.
What was
I'm
said,
muted.
We're going to take what she said.
Same context,
in
by the way.
Context that she said it.
I'm gonna unmute.
Not
Let's see if he
going
mutes me
to
again.
Take context away.
Give me 1
to
second.
Add your own context. No, that's you conceding that you agree that in 1997 they were dressed and they were decent as per the woman in the fucking video. Thank
Right.
you very much. That's
Well,
all I'm
again,
saying about that.
context matters here. And if I were to say like, they didn't tell us that they were gonna come over and that we were gonna go to the store, right? That's saying they didn't tell us that they were gonna come over, and they also didn't tell us that we were gonna go to the store, right? So I don't know if you're just being like disingenuous on purpose, but everyone here understands that that's how she meant it, right? But let's say I grant it to you. Let's say,
No,
let's say,
you're
let's
the
say,
only person
let's
here
say-
trying to spin into
let's
that,
say-
so I don't know what
sure,
you're trying to
sure,
get at.
What
sure.
are you even saying?
I'm
Do
not
you
spinning
understand?
anything. I think
Bro,
it's basically
you're literally
right?
no, you're literally spinning around like you're a ballerina to try to get a point to try to confuse me. You literally
Can
said
we, sure.
the same
Let's say I
exact.
concede.
Hold
Can
on,
we play the
stop
full
talking.
clip? I
Stop
concede. I
talking.
concede. Let's play the full
Stop
clip. I
fucking
concede.
talking. So again, you've already said the same thing about 15 times in different ways. Just fucking concede and go on to your next fucking point. Thank you.
Well, I mean,
That's it.
you're not really like rebuttaling anything I'm saying, so I'll
I've
concede
already
for the sake of it.
rebutted. I've already rebutted
really.
what you said. How quote unquote he sexually exploited them, but you have no evidence to back that up
No, I
because
did.
the
Can we keep playing the clip?
1997 that you brought up fell flat on its face.
Can we keep playing the clip,
Now
please?
go to your next fucking claim, dude.
Yeah, can we keep playing the clip?
Go to
please?
your next fucking claim, dude.
No, because you didn't disprove that he didn't sexually exploit them. Also, 1997 is just 1 year. So let's say I grant you he didn't exploit anyone during 1997. He was the owner of the pageant in multiple different years and multiple
So
different
cool.
pageants.
Show me,
so yeah,
show me
some
all
women
the
might not
women.
have gotten
Show me
exploited.
them. Show me them.
Yeah. So
Show
the
me all
point
of
is
them.
here. Can you play the full clip?
Show
First
me
off,
all the
Jamie,
women.
Don't be
take a breath.
disingenuous, Enzo. Come on, Enzo. Don't be
So,
disingenuous.
I'm
The only
telling
one
you to bring up all the other
disingenuous is you.
victims.
Play the full clip.
I'm
Enzo.
telling you
That's
to
all I'm
bring up all
asking
the
you.
other victims.
Just play the full clip.
I'm
man.
telling you to bring
You're
up
the
all
one
the
who
other
brought up the
victims.
clip. You're the one who brought up the clip. Let's
All
play
right,
it. Come
so
on,
listen,
Enzo.
listen. I've already played the clip where
Not you played 10
1997.
seconds.
Now you brought
played
up.
10 seconds. I want to play the full clip. Come on. Type of 1 in the chat if you want to hear the full clip. Type of 1 in the chat if you
So
want to
are
hear
you
the full
going
clip.
to move on to your next point or no?
I mean, let's see if the chat wants to hear the full clip. I
So
think context is
listen,
relevance,
you're
right?
talking to me. You're not talking to the chat.
Sure. I think, yeah, I want you to play the full clip. Can you do that for
All
me,
right,
Enzo?
cool. So are you going to move on to your next clip or sorry, your next point or what?
Sure. That in order for
Thank
me
you.
to go on to my next point, it's gonna have to you play the full clip, or I'll have to play the full clip. Do you want me to play the full clip,
Cool,
or do you
play
want
the
to play
full
the full
clip
clip?
then.
Cool.
If
Let's
that's
see.
what you want to do, play the full clip.
Let's see. Give me 1 second.
We have the
Why don't we-
context
why
of
don't
what you
we-
said already. So
Sure. Why don't we start with Donald Trump's admission of guilt? Can we start with that?
his admission of guilt. So is saying
Yeah,
something
let's
an
start with
admission
that.
of guilt without evidence?
Yeah, admission
Really?
of guilt.
So
You-
hold on,
I
just
can.
because you say something without evidence that makes you guilty? Hey
Well,
Kermit,
we
I
have
know
to we
you're
have
a
to go
law
in chronological order.
Kermit, you're a law enforcement officer. Just because I say something, is that an admission of guilt?
No. Negative.
Are you? If you say you're a law enforcement officer,
You've got to be able
if
to
you-
corroborate someone's actual story and what they're saying.
and there is
along with
evidence
their
for this,
evidence
but
or
we go in
location.
chronological
Really?
order.
Show me the evidence.
Okay.
But let's go in chronological order. So first, let's hear
Are you
Donald
actually
Trump.
going to
Yeah.
let me finish my point, or are you going to keep trying to overtalk me because you realize the more that I talk
He's a
about
Dean
presenting
Parker
evidence,
wannabe. He
it
just
destroys
thinks by
your
talking
point?
fast. He thinks by talking fast it makes him
I
more
can talk
intelligent.
slower for you, Enzo. Don't
Cool.
worry.
Then talk slower.
Perfect.
And stop trying to steamroll everybody else on the panel.
So either way, yes. So whenever someone just blatantly says something like, say I'm looking into a schmurder. If someone random just out of the blue,
Yeah, they would get
who
detained.
their name got mentioned in an investigation says, oh, well, I totally did it. Well, I'm going to look at that person and be like, okay, what do you mean? Like, I'm going to dig further into what they're saying.
Yeah, they would
their
get
quote
detained,
unquote
yes.
confession,
Yes.
because someone could be trying to, just make something up for the sake of saying it's cool. Howard Stern
They
show.
would still get arrested, no?
No.
No.
Yes,
Just
they
because
would.
someone
Yes,
says
yes,
something-
they would. What?
No, they don't.
That's
No,
incoherent. They would get
Hold on,
detained
hold
or
on.
arrested. Absolutely.
No.
Detained
You
Yeah,
do an
absolutely.
investigation.
Detained and arrested
Yes.
are two different things. First off,
You get
Yes, they would
you
get
do
either
an
detained or
investigation.
arrested.
It doesn't automatically mean that someone gets arrested. Like, what kind of authoritarian fuck
So then
around
let's-
world do you live in?
Sure. So then let's do the investigation, but let's start with his confession, and then let's start with the evidence presented by the actual
you
victims. Can we
realize
do that?
that you were doing what's called, out of order, and you were creating what's called fruit of the poisonous tree. And even if this was something legitimate, you just violated many people's Fourth Amendment right. Like, do you not realize this? You are now
How did I-
advocating
how
for
did I violate
authoritarian
for-
investigations.
How so?
Cool, appreciate it. Thanks.
Hold on. If I admitted to unaliving someone, I would get arrested. Absolutely.
no, you wouldn't.
That is something that would happen.
You would be detained pending
I would
investigation.
or arrested. Either can
No,
happen.
no, you
hold on, hold
wouldn't.
on. So what happens first? Do you get detained or do you get arrested first? Which one?
It depends on the circumstance.
No, it
If
doesn't.
there's any, if,
Hold on. You're completely wrong because you get detained before
Sure.
you get arrested. Because when you are
Mhm.
arrested, you are then charged with a crime that then you go to court for. You're detained pending an arrest, pending an investigation, which leads to an arrest. That's what
right.
detained is.
Sure. So you can get detained or arrested for confessing to a
No,
crime.
again,
Yes.
you can't get arrested for confessing to a crime.
Arrest
You get
requires probable
detained.
cause.
You get detained.
What's probable cause? Isn't admission of guilt probable
So,
cause?
Hey, listen.
Is
I,
that not
I get
probable
it, I get
cause?
it.
Not-
I get
no.
it. You think you're a debate, bro, right? You think by
No, I'm
cutting
not
it.
that debate, bro.
I
I'm
know you're
absolutely
not. I've
fine,
seen
yeah.
you get walked.
So can we play?
know
Can I play
exactly-
Donald Trump's clip,
So again,
man?
I've seen you get walked before. I've seen you get walked. So calm down, Spite. So like I said, you get detained, you get investigated, you get arrested. That's how it works. You don't just either get arrested or detained. That's not how it fucking works.
Yeah, because you can get detained and then not get like arrested, but then you can get detained and then arrested. So
You can be undetained. You can't really, in a sense, be unarrested.
I never said that. I said you can be detained
But how that
and then let go and then
okay,
get
so
detained
how
and
this
arrested.
works
Bro,
when it comes to some kind of a crime, generally
I
speaking,
can't deal with these wanting to be debate bros.
right? So generally speaking, when it comes to arrest, it requires what's called probable cause. To obtain probable cause, you must have a nexus for the crime being committed. Can you tell me what a nexus is for a crime?
One more, repeat. Sorry, I was googling something. Repeat.
For someone to be arrested, you must have probable cause.
Sure.
And for that to exist, you must have a nexus of the crime that was committed. Can you tell me what a nexus of a crime is?
What's the relevance to the conversation?
Oh, you're talking about being arrested? I mean, go ahead, name it out. You said
Yeah.
you want to talk all this whole
That's
big
cute.
thing
We're on
about
YouTube,
fucking
guys.
arresting. Cool.
Yeah,
I really don't
we're,
give a shit.
we're on YouTube.
To your 18 people, that's cute.
Sure. I mean, you. have
Jeremy,
100 people.
before you
I
get
think
ahead
you're
of
gonna
yourself-
keep
Yeah, I have,
being, right?
I have 120 something more than you do, my guy. I think I'm doing
Jeremy,
pretty
before
I
you
go
well.
get
live
ahead
on
of
TikTok
yourself-
every day. I have like 100 people to 150 as well. I
Okay,
don't know
cool.
what
So
you're
you can't
talking
answer my
about.
question because it destroys his point. Next thing, go
Well,
on.
I mean,
keep going.
yeah. So can I play Donald Trump's clip?
I would give debating.
Can I
up,
play
bro.
Donald Trump's clip? Yes or no?
The pivot's crazy because he wants to go back to Trump's
Wait,
clip
wait,
from
hold on.
Howard
You
Stern.
guys are the one that pivoted to.
Hey, Jeremiah,
actually-
is your
Oh,
real name
no,
Ross,
because-
and do you live in an apartment in New York City? Because I'll hear a lot of pivot.
Dude, let's go. Ha ha ha. That's so
Pivot!
funny. That's so funny, dude. I laughed.
Play Trump's clip from that.
Perfect. Thank you, Enzo. I knew you weren't that disingenuous.
Oh no, I'm not that disingenuous. 'Cause I thought you were gonna play. I thought you were gonna play the clip
some
that
of
I
these
played.
foreign girls, Mr. Trump, in my country, we say hello with vagina. And
Well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Tell
Well,
me
I'll
what
tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
All right, now let's hear what Victoria Hughes said.
I
again.
was
Can
in
we
the
play the full
very
clip?
back of
Play
a
the full
very,
clip. Don't
very
pause it.
large dressing room.
Victoria Hughes was Miss New Mexico in the 1997 Miss Teen USA pageant. Hughes remembers getting dressed backstage just before the show when all of a sudden,
We have a visitor. They didn't tell us who it was and that we needed to make sure that we were dressed and that we were decent.
little did she know that visitor was Donald Trump, who owned Miss Teen USA and 2 other pageants from 1996 until just last year.
And he said hello and he wished everyone good luck. And then he left.
Hughes told us via Skype she was dressed, and so are the other girls around her, but she admits it was poor timing.
No, play the full clip.
Let's
please,
let's
Enzo.
run this back one more time.
Play the full
Hughes
clip.
told us
Let's-
via Skype she was dressed, and so are the other girls.
She admits that she was dressed.
I never disputed that, Enzo.
Oh
When did I
no, you
dispute
hold
that,
on.
please?
No. Stop lying for your fucking 18 people because
When did I
before I
dispute
played the
that?
full fucking clip, you tried to say, well, she gave a list that said they don't know who it was and that they didn't need to be dressed or decent. So
That's what
that
she said, yes.
implying
But I never disputed that she was not
So
dressed.
implying she wasn't
Implications?
dressed. So
Sure,
what's
then
your,
there's
what's
just
your point?
misunderstanding.
So no,
Well, then
hold
there's-
on.
well,
Then
I
what's
can
the
clarify the
relevance? Then
misunderstanding.
what's the relevance? Then what's the relevance for Donald Trump's clip? Because what Victoria Hughes said disputes what Trump said.
Yeah, in 1 year. Do you know he owned these multiple
Cool.
pageants
Now show
for
me.
multiple different
Now
years?
show me where
Hold
it
on,
happened in
hold
other
on.
pageants.
Well, hold on. Can you continue
no,
playing the clip that you're playing?
Show me
Continue
where.
playing the clip. Why'd
No,
you
because
pause
this
it?
is the
Enzo.
exact same. This is the exact same bullshit you tried before. When I asked you, show me the other pageants where they said they were undressed.
And I'll do that
Now,
once
I'm
you
I'm
continue
waiting.
playing your full
I'm
clip.
waiting. I'm waiting.
Play the full clip.
Listen, you got 5 seconds to pull
good.
those up.
Oh,
and
you're gonna
getting
kick me?
dropped. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna
Because-
run.
No, I'm not running.
Because you know
I'm
Donald
not
Trump
running.
sexually exploited women. Can
Okay,
you just
so
play
you
the
have
full
to
clip?
prove it. So
Why
you
are
have
you
to
being
prove it.
Why are you being disingenuous? Also,
You don't want to
in
be
admission,
disingenuous.
We will wait.
Hold on.
We will
An
wait.
admission,
We
an
will
admission
wait.
of guilt
We
is
will wait.
an admission of guilt is 100% a confession. What are we talking about?
No, it's
and
not.
if you want to say, hold on, you can also get
Okay,
arrested
so
for
without
misusing.
Evidence,
hold on.
So
you
without
can,
evidence,
hold on,
so
hold on.
without evidence, you cannot be arrested claiming you committed a crime. You cannot be
But you can be arrested for misusing police forces. Yes, you can. Like
So
if you make a false claim, you can be arrested for that.
Relevance, because hold on, they still have to investigate.
Yeah, where's that going?
They still have to investigate that for you to be arrested. You don't
Yeah, but if you're
understand.
misusing police forces, you can also get arrested for that.
After an investigation period where they detain you while they
Right, but you can still be arrested. You can still be
hold
arrested
on.
for making a false
You
claim.
have to be detained first.
Sure, I never disputed that. When did I dispute that? Why are you arguing something I didn't argue, Enzo? Can you play the
Because
full
all
clip,
you're
please?
jumping to the conclusion of saying he could be arrested for this. That's what you're.
I never said that.
When
When did I say he could be arrested for that? When did I say that?
Bro, I'm gonna
When
need
did I
you-
say that?
First off, I'm gonna need you to stop talking a million miles a minute because you're making yourself look dumb. Second,
Yeah, but
now
I mean, you're
want
claiming
you-
things I didn't say, so.
So I want you to name all the other pageants where women were quote unquote exploited. Now go. That's all I want from you.
I'm still trying to figure.
I didn't
out
realize
more
that was
about
muted, chat.
misuse of police
So
force.
are you
Like, what
going
the fuck we talking about
are
here?
you
Like
going
intent?
Are you gonna bring any of those other people up from the other pageants?
Sure, I didn't even realize it was muted. Yeah, Enzo, can you play the full clip first, and then I can do that?
This is how we're gonna
For-
sit then.
For the love of God, please mention Jill Hearth because I would love to
I'm still waiting for
completely break that one apart.
I've already played the
You
entire.
didn't play the full clip, though. That's
I
okay.
played the entire.
I mean, I didn't know you were going to be that disingenuous when you already have it pulled up.
That.
I mean, I didn't know you were going to be that disingenuous
are
when
you
you
gonna-
already have it pulled it up.
Bro, literally, are you gonna play the clip or not?
She says she was
There you go.
backstage in the dressing room when Hughes was just 19 years old when she first met Donald Trump. She says she was backstage in the dressing room when Trump came in to say hi.
I was in the very back of a very, very large dressing room.
Victoria Hughes was Miss New Mexico in the 1997 Miss Teen USA pageant. Hughes remembers getting dressed backstage just before the show when all of a sudden,
We have a visitor. They didn't tell us who it was and that we needed to make sure that we were dressed and that we were decent.
little did she know that visitor was Donald Trump, who owned Miss Teen USA and 2 other pageants from 1996 until just last year.
And he said hello and he wished everyone good luck. And then he left.
Hughes told us via Skype she was dressed and saw the other girls around her, but she admits it was poor timing.
He definitely should have introduced himself at the end of one of our rehearsals instead of walking in not knowing if everyone is completely covered up or not.
2001's Miss Arizona told news outlets it was deliberate.
He just came strolling right in. There was no second to put a robe on or any sort of clothing or anything.
Listen to Donald Trump during an interview with Howard Stern in 2005.
And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant and therefore I'm inspecting. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Hughes says hearing that makes her question what happened that day 19 years ago.
When all of these allegations are coming out,
And the New York Times spoke to 2 women who claimed Trump sexually assaulted them on an airplane and in an elevator in Trump Tower. Today, Trump held a rally in Florida and called those women liars. We'll have more on that in a few minutes.
I guess that's the reason why you don't want to. I guess that's the reason why you didn't want to actually play the full clip because A, she said that she is looking back and doesn't actually know whether or not it was sexual exploitation or not. That's what she said in the interview. And B, Miss Arizona said that it was deliberate, that they didn't even have time to put on a
hold
robe.
on.
And also, let me hold on. Can I
Did
just
you
make
not
my
catch the
contradicts.
contradiction there?
Can I make my
Like the
point?
direct contradiction in the entire thing?
Yeah, am I allowed to make my point or no? Can I make my point? Yes or no?
There's no point that you're gonna make that's just gonna
So
dispute
the
your contradiction
You're just
that you just made.
Sure.
obfuscating.
The other points that I was trying to make here is that I never disputed that she was dressed. Let's say that she was dressed. Okay, cool. She didn't get sexually exploited by Donald Trump.
You literally
but that
just
doesn't mean.
contradicted yourself again.
Hold on. She said she was dressed, right? And I never said she was undressed. But
Still
you also have other
contradicting
victims.
yourself
But
every
hold on,
which way this
hold on.
Sunday.
Donald Trump is one man. He cannot exploit 3 different pageants and multiple different women in those 3 different pageants across multiple different years. Okay, so not everyone was sexually exploited by Donald Trump. Okay, and you're being disingenuous and saying that, oh my God, she was dressed. Oh my God, she didn't get sexually exploited. Therefore, no one got sexually exploited. Okay, and like, what are we doing now? But it wasn't that hard to play the full clip. I
Again,
didn't know you were this disingenuous, Enzo.
You literally just contradicted yourself, because your original claim that you backtrack on after you played the full Victoria Hughes claim was you started with Donald Trump saying that they were naked. Then you played clip of Victoria Hughes admitting that they were not naked, admitting that they were
she wasn't
warned,
naked.
admitting that they were warned. So no, that wouldn't just be her. That would be every single woman that is a part of that dressing.
She said I was
So
dressed.
again,
She said
can you stop talking? Can you do
Why
that
are
for
you
like
lying?
5 seconds? I'm
Why
not
are you
lying.
lying?
So why don't we roll the clip again where they were warned?
Hughes told us via Skype she was dressed, and so
She told us via
I
Skype
know,
she was dressed.
I love how
she was
how
dressed.
you only go to that portion of it, not the beginning.
Oh, do you want me to
of
replay
that.
the full minute and 44 seconds?
Please replay the
Okay,
full
I mean,
minute
hey,
where
so while you're
they
pulling that
were
up-
warned.
While you're pulling that up, here's how I know you're lying about what you're saying and your actual point is, Jeremiah. Because the random inflection in your voice, along with the change of cadence and pitch, is classic indicators of someone who is lying. I guarantee you, whatever time you're saying this, you're also looking down to the low left.
Victoria Hughes
At least
was
when I
Miss New
debated
Mexico
Dean on
in the
this, he conceded on
1997
this.
Miss Teen USA pageant. Hughes remembers getting dressed backstage just before the show when all of a sudden
We have a visitor. They didn't tell us who it was, and that we needed to make sure that we were dressed and that we were decent.
little did she know that visitor was Donald Trump.
Hey, hey, Jeremiah Person, can you stop that for a second, please?
I got muted.
It is.
I got
Vance
muted,
is
guys.
holding a news conference.
Interesting,
on,
yo.
Pakistan.
Interesting. Gee, I'm about to get kicked here soon. I'm about to get kicked.
They didn't accept anything, it looks like.
Yeah, I did see Trump say that before. I'm gonna go over what JD says after it's all done.
Okay.
Thank you.
He's up. Okay.
Thank you, Cammy. You're awesome.
Yeah, we'll cover that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. So
You can drop me down. I just wanted you to know that he was talking.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Now I'll let you hang out up here with us. You can stay. All right. So Jeremiah, go back to your contradiction point that you want to keep harping on.
Oh yeah, I can play the clip where she said that she herself was the one dressed. That's what she said.
All right. So
Nope.
we'll
If you
just-
listen, she said that we, if you understand the word, we were warned.
Replay. Let's replay.
What is Jeremiah? What does we mean?
Victoria Hughes
What does
was
we
just
mean,
19
Jeremiah?
years old when she first met Donald Trump. She says she was backstage in the dressing room when Trump came in to say hi.
Dressing room. I was in the very back of a very, very large dressing room.
Victoria Hughes was Miss New Mexico in the 1997 Miss Teen USA pageant. Hughes remembers getting dressed backstage just before the show when all of a sudden
We have a visitor.
So really appreciate. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you for the $5. Thank you. Yeah, the indefensible has been crazy tonight. It's been brutal.
Swalwell needs to drop out of the race and he needs to resign.